Yo,
Oh my God.
ladies and gentlemen, that's who we love and that's who we serve. Welcome to FM. Happy day.
It's running out? Yeah. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you very much.
Words of wisdom from the immortal James Brown.
Yes, I'd like to welcome everybody today. Yesterday we had such an interesting, in-depth kind of show, and it was so hectic yesterday because I had to get that COVID test to go to Estonia and all that good stuff. I forgot that we're going to do a show today. Oh man! So forget what I said yesterday. This is what I'm saying today. Remember to share the show and stream it. Not share it and stream it. Share it and like it. Subscribe and do all those kind of things. Also, we need your support. PayPal.me/Innervision Denver. That's PayPal/me Innervision Denver, something like that. And also my book is out there, 6 Shades of Blindness. What else is out there? Oh, we have to thank our sponsor, Dr. Damiano, Cornell Consultant, Christian Brothers Moving Company, the Wells Fargo Foundation, and I think I did say Denver Foundation.
Not yet, but yes, the Denver Foundation. We've also picked him up. If you guys want to become a sponsor, hit us up at info@innervisionfm.com. That's our email address. In the subject line, just toss in there a little bit about your business, and in the body, let us know who you are and what level of sponsorship you would like to join us at.
And I got some good news.
You got good news?
Oh yeah. For 3 months, I've been trying to register as a federal contractor, where we can get sponsorship from the government to do commercials and stuff like that. And we finally got it after 3 months. It cost Innervision about $600, and now they want $3,000 to do this. And I said, no, I just needed to be registered, and I'll do the rest. So that was a blessing that came in yesterday. So now we can apply to have RTD commercials on our station and sponsor us and other companies as well.
We'll definitely have to keep in keeping with the benevolent overlords at YouTube and other places as well. We definitely want your help and your sponsorship. So we do thank those in advance who choose to sign up today.
Yes. So today we're gonna have a fantastic, just fantastic show, and wow! I just thank everybody that's who's going to be watching today and throughout the day the show. Now I think it's like Mina Maleki. Did I get it right?
Is that right?
Hi, yes, that's right.
Okay, because I barely know English, so just saying like different names and everything. Well, welcome to the show, and I guess I entitled like how some blind women or live in Iran, and so I figured you would be the expert. So tell us a little bit about where you were born. Are you like from a small family, big family? Tell us a little bit about that.
First, let me say hi to people who are hearing me and thank them. And I born in a small family. I'm only child.
Wow. Okay.
So there's only me.
Wow. So you didn't have these siblings to fight with, or to play, or to say, hey, he put his finger in my food. I'm thinking like Michael Jackson's family.
Now, my mom was 16 when she had me, and
Wow, very
as
young.
soon as they understood that I'm blind, they decided not to have any other children.
Wow, because wow, because that's really weird. Because it wouldn't predict that another child would be blind, but they just said, well, we wouldn't go there again. Okay, so was your father like? Was he young too, or was he? How old was he?
He was 30 when
Oh,
he
okay,
had me.
okay, yeah, and so what did he do for a living?
He had a kind of supermarket.
Supermarket? Okay, okay, selling like the produce and all that kind of stuff. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, and so there was like was he working for someone, or was it like something that he owned and he built up from the bottom up, or was it a family-owned business?
My uncle and my father owned that
Ah, yeah.
supermarket.
All right.
And when I was 6, my mom forced my dad to sell that supermarket so I could go to Tehran and study.
Oh, so because it's always our assumption that like in different countries that they don't allow the girls to study, but was this like a special school for the blind? Are they used to having blind people? Or tell us about that.
In Iran, women can study, it's
Okay.
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 And I was in blind school for 3 years, kindergarten, class 1 and 2. And after that, I went to public school.
Now, did you learn okay, this is crazy. In America, only 10% of us, and I'm one of them, Alan's one of them, know Braille, how to read Braille with our fingers. In Iran, is there something similar to read with your fingers, or?
Now, in Iran, because, um, we don't have many teachers who can work with blind people.
Mhm.
So they say if you want to go to a public school, you must be in the blind school for 2 years, kindergarten and class 1, to learn Braille. And after that, if you want, you can go to public school.
Okay.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Here in America, the blind community don't have a very good unemployment rate. We sit anywhere between 66% and 90% of the blind community in the nation of the United States who don't happen to work. That does bring up a lot of things because the thinking is if you don't have a good job or a productive way to help yourself, uh, the federal government pretty much doles out money every month to kind of help the blind to exist.
Mhm.
As a result, the blind community oftentimes has a real hard time being self-starters, finding employment, and retaining employment, even though they might have top-notch educations, this kind of thing. The jobs just don't appear to be there. So we find ourselves in an awesome place where we are able to kind of help other blind folks to do certain things. For instance, Johnny Johnson runs Innervision FM, and I'm of ancillary help to him and this kind of thing. But the idea is to help grassroots musicians, whether they be disabled or otherwise, um, to achieve success in the music industry. We also try to help get awareness out there as to the plight of blind people throughout the world.
Yeah.
And so this is what we're doing here with Mina. Tell us a little bit about what your employment rate is there in Iran.
Actually, the people who are not disabled most of them don't have any job because the economic situation is terrible here in Iran. So the situation is even worse for disabled people or blind people.
So, so that means, do they have a system where, like, in America, they give us the equivalent if we don't have, if we can't find a job, the equivalent of, like, if you work a part-time job, you would make so much money. So they give us like that much money.
Yeah, and if you don't have any job, the government will give you about $12. It's not really
Whoa,
that
what?
much.
So I'm thinking like the cost of doing things is a lot lower. Like it might cost 10 cents for like some fruit or something like that, or like if you go to a grocery store, food would cost probably lower because of the
Because
economy.
everything works with US dollars. Our currency is Iranian royals, and each US dollars, each US dollar is about 30,000 or 300,000 real or 30,000 tomans. It's the currency that we are using this time.
Oh, yesterday we were talking about this. America's gonna be catching up to you pretty soon as far as like our currency not being worth much of anything, because in 1970 they took us off the gold standard, and now we've just been printing money, printing paper, and that system was only supposed to last for 50 years. So pretty soon we may be joining you. So, American people don't know it yet, but it's getting interesting. But okay, so yeah, give me the name of the currency again.
It's real or tomans. Tuman
Tomans.
is something. Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to the store and say you want to buy, okay, like what's the customary thing? Like you would go to the store to buy what kind of food, what kind of foods and stuff like that. Like
we have all kind of food, like
what kind of
American
vegetables,
food,
like
Persian
what kind of
food.
vegetables and stuff like that, like oranges, apples, broccoli. That's what I'm thinking about America stuff.
Yeah, everything: apples, broccolis, I don't know, eggplant, tomato.
I love it. I love it.
Lettuce,
Now tell me,
mushroom.
if you Iran people, are they mostly vegetarians or do they like lamb, beef?
Iranians are more into meat and lamb.
Yeah.
Right on. I want to move there.
Like, have you ever had like a roasted lamb?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry. Okay, good. Okay, good. They're checking the alarms here. Okay, so but I was gonna say, like, you guys, like, you ever do like roasted lamb?
Yeah, but in these days, meat is getting more and more expensive, so all of the people can't eat that thing.
Wow. So they're being almost forced to be more vegetarian than what they usually like.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible. So I'm a vegetarian because I want to be. I don't want to force somebody to be. Oh man. No, okay. So tell me, like, with like the income of $12, how does that help the family? You know, because
It doesn't help, to be honest. It's just, for example, for one day.
one
With
day.
$12, you can live just one day in Iran.
Get out of here! That's terrible. That is terrible. Wow. Because I know Alan sometimes says he gets his money and then it's gone. Alan,
Oh yeah, yeah. Once I pay my bills, I'm broke the same day that I'm paid. I am fortunate because I live with a couple of different individuals, and we're real good friends and things. But it is an interesting thing to go back to help having to live with individuals to make ends meet. But I will tell you, Mina, I'm never going to complain again.
Yeah, man.
Not ever.
That's great.
Gee, that is That's all. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so so you went to school. So did you were you able to use your Braille in your classrooms, or was it you have to depend on your memory more than reading Braille?
Until class 5, I could use Braille books, but after that, the government decided to give us audiobooks. So it was a bit hard because I just was 12 and I saw that, oh, everything is changed. But after that, I learned to rely on my memory more than Braille.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and are you pretty fast? Because it took me a long time. Because with my situation, the doctor said my blindness was caused by doctors. So my parents thought that they could fix me because they broke me, right? But I finally figured out, no, doctors, it's easier for them to mess you up than to fix you up. So then I started learning. Started learning Braille myself, and it took me years to get fast enough where I can read it as I speak it. And then when you switch to audiobooks, did it sort of like make you lazy about, like, keeping up with reading Braille?
No, I'm a fast reader, and to be honest, I prefer Braille more
Yes.
than audiobooks.
Yes, because you get the spelling, you get the structure of the sentence and all that kind of stuff. So okay, so you go to what do you say, like school, and then what is the school? Did you graduate at the age of 18, 16?
At the age of 18, you have a test. It's a national test that you have to take. And then that test tells you which university did you accept. And I accepted in a great university, in the third university in Iran.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And I studied for 4 years. And after that, I decided not to study again. I decided, yeah, that's enough.
Yes, no, tell me something. Okay, so is it so they have you studying like history, math,
history,
geography?
math, geography, science, religious things, Persian literature, English, Arabic.
How many languages do you speak?
2.
Yeah, okay. Because I met some people in Africa, they speak 5 languages: English.
I can speak a bit Arabic and a bit German, but I can speak English and Persian.
Were you the only blind person that you met in during your time in school? Were there others that you met and say, oh yeah, there's another person like myself?
Personally, because I studied for 3 years in blind school, I have some blind friends, and after that, when I was 16, when I was 10, I learned computer, and when I was 16, my parents let me use the internet.
Oh, okay.
So I found many Iranian blind friends, but after a couple of times, I mean, about last 3 years ago, I understood that it's better to get away of dramas and
a lot of drama.
There's drama everywhere. That's hilarious.
That's wow. Drama in the Iranian blind community. That's wow. That's cool. Okay, so does your mother work outside the house, or does she work inside the house?
No, she was a housewife. When I was 16, my parents divorced each other. So,
okay. So how does she survive now? And you guys, how are you guys surviving?
Now I live with my grandparents because my mother married times and times and times.
Oh, wow.
And,
just trying to find the perfect match, I guess.
Maybe, and she doesn't choose
wisely.
her husbands carefully, and
Wow.
most of them hurt me. So because the last one beat at me and
Now, what would be a
cursed me a
reason?
lot.
What was his reason? Was it because I can't imagine what would be a reason why did he say, oh, do this, you didn't do it right? What was his reason, do you think? Or was it just that that was just his personality?
His reason is because I went out with my friends. We were 2 women and 2 men, and we were not boyfriend and girlfriend. It's a kind of
Yeah.
taboo in Iran.
Right.
Wow.
And they knew that I go out with my friends,
Right.
and I really don't care if they are guys or women. I really don't care.
Yeah.
But he told me that I have reputation, and you did something that hurt my reputation,
Oh,
and
wow.
many sexual curses. So, and then he threw a chair on my head. So I thought, okay, you know what? I will go.
Get out
You
of that
can.
For
situation.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, that is wild. That is wild. That is shoot. So tell me, are you totally blind, or you have light perception or something like that?
I can see the light. I have Liber, actually, and I can see the light, but not strong lights.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you got so your grandparents said, "Hey, come stay with us and get out of this crazy situation." Now, this is the grandparents on your mother's side or your grandparents on your father's side?
Sorry, can you please repeat your question?
Was that the grandparents on your mother's side or your grandparents on your
No,
father's
my
side?
mother's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's pretty interesting that I heard about the stuff about the reputation and all that kind of stuff and just craziness. Well, okay. Well, I'm glad you're in a better place now. So what did your parents, your grandparents, I mean, how did they feel about you? Because it sounds like you think that I want to go out with my friends, I want to socialize, and this shouldn't be something that's seen as hurting somebody's reputation just because I want to communicate with people. So how does your grandparents feel about that?
They are fine with that. Of course, my uncle is not really fine with that. Most of the times we hide things.
Okay. Oh man,
Because my
that's
uncle lives with us too.
Yeah.
wow. That's interesting. So it's a community where people, they have to live together to almost survive, to help each other as far as like bringing in finances, I'm thinking.
Actually, in my family, when everyone hurt, they go to my grandmother's place. It's something like,
Okay, so she's the rock. Yes.
yeah,
It
Wow.
sounds like family's very important there in Iran. It used to be equally as important here in the United States. The way that the family structure was set up, that
exactly.
had started to really take a hit in Western society. And, I suspect that we may get a wonderful opportunity to renew those family ties and this
Yeah.
kind of thing, especially as our world economy does kind of implode and we switch over to these different digital currencies, the Iranian Royal and other currencies are looking at becoming gold backed, even if there are digital components to the currencies. But that's going to be a very good positive, except for those in the United States. As the United States dollar loses its value and the countries of the world start going to a more gold backed standard, that's going to reevaluate the currency in such a way as to make things very, very expensive for those who choose not to have a gold backed currency or some sort of digital currency which is gold backed. Um, Do
Now,
you
Mina,
guys have?
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
I know, Mina, tell me, what is it about either you or the people that you wish people would more better understand that we haven't asked yet?
Exactly.
I like to talk more about my situation.
Tell us.
I try to shorten my sentences
Okay.
because I know that we don't have much time.
We might go overtime with this one because we really want to learn. Go ahead.
This is absolutely correct.
After I finished my university, after I finished my high school, my mom married a guy who wanted to rape me,
Yeah.
and he almost did. So I escaped to my father's place, and at that time I had a boyfriend. Still, it's taboo too, and for sure everyone were disagreed because it's not good to have sex before marriage here, or for example talk to any man, which I think it's completely nonsense.
Yeah.
So
did your mother believe you, or what? How, did you tell your mother this man you brought in the house tried to do this to me, or how did that happen?
no, she told no, it's because of yourself, you let him do that and things like that.
Man. So she's blaming you instead of him.
Yeah, here a problem after a person is raped is they say that it was your problem. It's women that led women to rape them.
That's great. So did she put this man out, or did she keep him around?
They were married until 2 years, and after that they divorced.
Now, it must have been very stressful because were you still there, or did you leave to go to your grandparents' house after he tried this?
No, I was still in my father's place because I told you I escaped to my father's place.
Yeah.
And my stepfather didn't accept me. Sorry, my stepmother. So I went to my other grandmother's place, and they were really, really, really poor. So it was like we were eating meat once or twice a month.
Okay.
It was like that.
And then so mostly like vegetables and beans or rice and stuff like
Rice,
that.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
And after 4 years, they told that, you know what, the economic situation is terrible and we can't keep her. So think about your own child. We can't take the responsibility from now. So I went to my father's place again, and my stepmother really didn't care about me. She didn't let me take a shower for 17 days.
What? Okay, now tell us about this, because I'm kind of getting like, do they have like regular apartments or
No,
running
she
water?
was like the water that comes from your, for example, hair after you took a shower is dirty. I don't know why, but she thought like that.
Okay, and tell us about the housing. Are they like buildings, like apartment buildings?
It was an apartment. It was an apartment, and every day we had a fight because my stepmother didn't like me. She was like, I don't want that child. I can't.
Did they have any children between the two of them? The stepmother? No. Okay.
No.
Oh man, that it's almost like jealousy. She shouldn't have been jealous of, this is his biological daughter. Oh, wow. But he didn't think about, when he got married to her, I guess he didn't think about, hey, telling her, saying, this is my daughter, I accept her, so you should accept her.
Actually, after my parents divorced each other, my father had a very deep depression, and he still has that. So he could not fight for me.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Man,
Oh. So,
wow.
And it was probably no way to sit down and talk to this woman about, why are you feeling this way? Because it sounds like she has some insecurities herself.
Yeah, exactly. Because actually, my father didn't like her. My mother did something to her that he broke. So he had no money. So in his mind, he thought maybe if he marries some rich person, everything gets better.
Oh no. Oh no. No, sometimes marrying into money is not the best thing, because it's
Exactly.
yeah, wow.
So you're with your grandparents now. Things are improved some. Is that right?
No.
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 Is it because of the money situation, or just because personality?
Because everything, because money situation, because the treatments that people did with me, because because I have nobody that could understand me, something like that.
Yeah.
How could people, like people who are watching, is there any way that the people that are watching could possibly help? I mean, if they set up a GoFundMe or something like, because it seemed like this financial situation, if you were financially independent, you could have more choices.
Exactly.
Right. Is it possible for blind people to be able to work in Iran, or the technology is not there?
Really hard, and they don't get paid as the non-disabled people. For example, personally, I'm a secretary in a dental clinic, and my income is about $40 a month.
Wow. Wow. Never going to complain again about my situation. Not ever.
That is wow. So you said it, dental, and so the normal price would be to pay $40, but if you're a blind person, they pay less than that.
No, it's for blind people. If I was
40.
sighted, I would get paid about maybe 100 or 200.
And
Yeah, that's similar here in America as well. There is a pay scale where the blind just don't get paid the amount of money that regular sighted folk do get when they work here in the States. So, it's similar.
It's called a workshop in America. It's called a workshop, and they may pay you. Well, back when I was in the 70s, it was like I think $1, because we were making $2.10. So back in those days, it was like $1 to regular people's, like, $2.10. So now it would probably be like $15 an hour. It'd probably be like they'll pay us $7 to $15 that they would pay everybody else. So it's like that. It's called a workshop. But go ahead, Alan. You gonna say something?
Interestingly enough, things are tied to the amount of money that a blind or otherwise disabled individual gets via what we call Social Security here. So the government basically tells us how much money we can make per hour before our benefits are affected. So it's certainly not the same in Iran. Like, you don't get a quote Social Security check. Is that right?
Well, she said she gets $12. You get $12 a month, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so
but that's different than Social Security. That's a stipend that the government gives you. Is that dependent upon your income though? That's where I believe the difference is that in America, the income stream is directly tied to the amount of money that we receive. Is that similar in Iran or is that different?
No, it's not the same. Actually, in Iran, because most of the people who give you the job must give you insurance.
For healthcare?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, for healthcare. But because the person who employed me didn't give me insurance, so the government don't know if I have a job or not. So still, they give
Oh,
me that $12.
oh, okay.
So they're still under the table type of work in Iran, as well as in the United States. A lot of blind people will do certain things like, oh, I don't know, surveys, or they'll volunteer and maybe get a stipend out of that.
Yeah,
But,
and if you're just joining us, we're talking to Mina Maleki from Iran, and she's blind, and we're just trying to get like everybody is different, different situations, but we're just talking to her about her situation living as a blind woman in Iran, and just kind of explore that a little bit. And please leave your comments in the comments line, and give us some suggestions, either on YouTube, Facebook, or any other platforms. I'm on Twitter, about ways that we as an Americans, because we're very generous Americans, how we can help situations like this. Tell me, okay, so your situation is like this. It seems like, do people, because there's some people in America, especially the kids, they think like, if they see a person with the blind stick, and I heard kids say, oh, don't touch that stick because you'll become blind. They have superstitions about
Oh
blindness.
my God.
Do they have weird
No,
superstitions?
but they are like, they think blind people are more related to the God. So,
wow,
What? Okay,
that's
tell me about that.
bring that up. Tell us a little bit more about that.
for example, when you go out, they say, "Oh, please, please, wait, wait, wait." I say, "Okay, well, what's the matter? Please pray for me. I
Right.
really need your praise." And I don't know, okay, if my praise work, I would be sighted now. Why
Right.
I'm blind?
Wait, can you charge them? He said, I'll pray for you. $2.
You charge them.
Yeah, I would make that a business, man. But okay. I would say,
And many people think that we are so poor because some blind people in Iran, or some people pretend that they are blind and they get money from people.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have a movie here. It was Eddie Murphy. What movie was that? It was when Eddie Murphy was this hustler, and he got into the stock exchange. But you probably don't remember that movie, Alan.
No, if it doesn't have space things in it and things don't blow
Okay.
up, I watch it.
Okay, well, anyway, Alan, he was pretending he was blind in a wheelchair, and then the police came and picked him up and said, and then he realized the trick was over. He said, "It's a miracle! I can see, I can walk." And it's like, so yeah, people. I've seen people do that kind of stuff, and I'm thinking like, why would you want to pretend that you're blind? But I've seen people that pretend that they were crazy, and then they eventually went crazy. And I said, I wouldn't play around with that stuff. But
Right. That's
wow.
right. Here in America,
Wow.
also, the blind community is sometimes thought of as, what's the term? Super blind, so they can do amazing things. Boy, if we can just walk up the stairs and put a sentence together, boy, that's just amazing to those that can see. And we just want to live like everybody else, and we want to be a productive member of society. And I suspect that's worldwide, whether you're blind or sighted. I think that's super important, that we're all productive members of society. And one thing in the Western philosophy or the Western societies that has changed a lot is the idea that all ships rise upon the tides of success. Meaning, if Johnnie is successful, I'll be successful. If I'm successful, Mina will be successful. If Mina is successful, she can then help others to be successful. And
In
on
Middle East, everything is the opposite. It's like, if I'm successful, you can't be successful. If you are successful, I can't be successful. So I do
Wow.
something that you fail.
wow,
That is wow. So you must. How did you do your side friends? Do they help you sometimes, like find like different opportunities? Because that's what in America we they call it networking. If you know somebody that
No,
knows
they
somebody.
don't do anything. They don't do anything.
Oh man, so
wow. So it's all up to you.
well, but as far as like, how did you find the one which is under the table? They're paying you really under the table. How did you find that position or working in the medical field?
Actually, before my mom married that guy, my mom was a teacher. I mean, until last year.
Mhm.
So the mother of one of my mom's students told that I need a secretary and maybe we can employ your daughter. And
Oh,
so now
wonderful.
I work for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. So what about have you ever thought, I don't know, it takes special skills teaching, going back to teach because the kids Braille, or is it not enough kids for that to work to be teaching them Braille and stuff like that? Now that there's audio books, because you said you have to go 2 years before you go into, or 3 years before you go into regular school. What about teaching, or that's something that you're not very much interested in teaching or something like that?
Actually, I used to write things that teachers said to me or teacher were explaining.
Mhm.
So I braille everything for myself, and I didn't have any problem. Just sometimes the teacher was really fast, and I didn't have any type machine.
Mhm. Oh, so you have to do it with the finger, like poke, 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 poke. Yeah, with the
Yeah,
slate and stylus.
exactly.
Oh
Wow.
man.
Yeah,
Oh man.
those that are unaware, slate and stylus is the manual method of writing Braille. And even the fastest person can only write, maybe 7, 10, 15 words a minute using a slate and stylus, as opposed to being able to type quickly on a what's called a Braille writer,
Hmm.
which is sort of manual typewriter that produces Braille.
Okay, so how can people in the audience they can contact, like I say, like contact us at info@innervisionfm.com. That's info@innervisionfm.com. And we'll vet them, because any knuckleheads, but we'll vet them if they want to help, either financially or help with maybe exchange student or I don't know, in whatever way they can just help. What would help you now to get to another level than this?
Right.
First, if I can leave this country, the situation would be really better for me, because I could try and I could have what I want by trying.
Hmm.
In Iran, even if you try, you can't have what you want, because here in Iran, first you must be super rich, and after that you must have some people who communicate to government, or some great
Hmm.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain, but for example, you must have a person who is in communication with the president or leader, or a parliament, something like that.
Okay.
And
There's
if you don't
something.
have these two factors, you can't really succeed.
Hmm.
So it
So,
sounds you would enjoy finding another place to live that is
Exactly.
not in your home territory of Iran, but maybe find a sponsor in a country that would be able to help you to get set up and in some sort of employable situation.
yeah, because what I do here in America, I couldn't. I visit my wife's country, Moscow. I couldn't do that in Russia, Moscow. They just don't have people like me who do what I do.
Wow, that's fascinating.
And make money at doing what I do. And I get support. I get people that help me go across these computers and do applications to fill out grants and so forth like that. But I couldn't imagine myself doing something like this in Iran or even Russia or Europe in general.
Yeah, but we have two problems here. One, most of the things like, for example, YouTube, Facebook, Zoom, Clubhouse, Telegram, Twitter, these are blocked in Iran. So you
They're
must have a
blocked.
VPN. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And why is that? Why are they blocked? Because they don't want the outside influence to come
They
in?
don't want people to know many facts, and they don't want people to, for example, get some videos about the situation in the country to the foreigners, something like that.
That is wrong. So almost in America, crazy enough, there's people here that want to go towards socialism where you'll have nothing and you'll be happy. That's what they're trying to get us to go toward. And some people are stupid enough to think that socialism is good, where the government tells you what you can do, what you can't do. Some of us,
exactly,
like myself, we don't want the government to tell us. We don't want government to be our daddy or mommy or whatever. We want to be free to live our life just as long as we're not hurting anybody. We want to live our life and get the government out of our life.
yeah, but it's just one of the problems. The other problem is we are under your boycott. So, for example, if you want to pay me some money, you can't do that unless you pay that via crypto.
Oh, okay. So you do have crypto where you can get that.
Yeah, I have wallet.
Oh, okay. Was you gonna say something, Alan?
I was just going to say, so you use crypto quite a bit as opposed to some of the meta banking institutions which are out there. So you've got a crypto wallet, this kind of thing. So that is fascinating. I don't know about the legal procedures, how that's done, how somebody who were interested, if they wanted to help you, how they would be able to do that. But I would say stay in touch with folks like Innervision FM, Aaron's Opinion. You've definitely gotten into a good group of blind folks that all we're interested in is helping others to achieve success.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that matters to us, because blind or not, we all need to feel better about ourselves and to help other people out. That's the most important thing on this planet, is helping other people out.
Okay. Yeah, and it's almost like each one teach one, kind of is my philosophy. Is each one teach one, and we can help each other out. That's what. Is anything as we come to a close? Is there anything that we might have left out that I don't know if you want to put information out there, how people can contact you directly or whatever, because sometimes I like to vet people and say, and make sure they are who they are, because But anything that you want to leave with the audience?
If anyone wants to contact me, that's my Facebook, Skype, and I think Instagram address. It's MINAMALEKI74.
Okay, and give that one more time. M, go ahead and give it again. Go ahead and give that info again. Facebook.
MINAMALEKI 74.
74. Okay. All right. I hope the people who are viewing this have learned something. And like I said, share this. Subscribe to our channel and like this, so in the algorithms this will be recommended to other people as well, and to the 1,064 viewers subscribers that we have so far. Get this word out. Get this word out, because I would really like to see Mina get in a better place than this.
Absolutely.
This is,
Absolutely.
yeah. So okay, well, thank you very much, for sharing your story.
Absolutely.
With
Thank
us.
you for inviting me and for letting me to talk.
Yeah.
Bless. Hey, join us next week, folks. We've got some really cool stuff. Johnny's going to be in Estonia.
Yeah.
So do stay tuned. We'll keep you apprised as to future broadcasts as we do this thing. And
Yeah.
yes,
Don't forget PayPal.me/Innervision Denver if you want to support our nonprofit. And I'm also running for HD5. So I'm running for that. So that's Johnnie J. That's Johnnie with the IE J for Colorado House District 5 and .com, so that you can find out more about my platform and what I'm doing, running for this House district here. So God bless everybody. See you next week.